Welcome back to my mental health and crime channel. My name is Huda London. This is the case of the Idaho quadruple murders. And this is for entertainment purpose only. I've showed this previously. This came to my attention a couple of months ago. You see the 4 shoes hanging. And this is right next to King's Road or King Street, the victim's house. The Urban Dictionary says that it could have different meanings. It could be to a memorize someone close to them that has died, so that could be possible. But the Urban Dictionary, the first word that is written is that it could be crime organization, like drug dealers marking their zones or their territories where they sell and where people buy, allegedly. I'm just trying to tell you what the Urban Dictionary says, and it says many other things too. It could be gangsters use this too, gang signs, and like gangsters use this to mark their territories too. Now these shoes, strangely enough, are 4 sets of shoes, and we have 4 victims. This wasn't done in November, not in December. It had to be at the end of December, early January. So I just wanted to mention this because there's something else that I've come across. We are aware of the leaked footage, the Linda Lane footage. It's not been confirmed to be alleged footage, although it does make sense with many of the theories that have been shared around. I have always said that I personally believe it's 2 separate attacks. The couple were attacked somewhere between 2 to 2:20 because we hear the people calling Xana and Ethan's name. Especially Xana. We hear that in the grub truck. And we've seen Linda Lane footages where we hear yellings and someone yelling, "Stop it, stop." I find that to be very interesting, because we heard "Stop it, stop" on the Banfield from the police body cam too. Now look at this footage from the interview room. Chris McDonough and his wife Karen went there and took footage themselves of Linda Lane, Queen's Apartments, 1122 King's Road or King Street, the victim's house, all of those places. Do you all notice that you'll see 1 pair of shoes hang there? If there's anyone who comes across this clip who live around Linda Lane and those areas, especially Linda Lane, I'd love to know if those shoes were hanging there before the quadruple murders or after. Because I was thinking if it was thrown there, which was hanging there from after the murders, could it be possible that the message they're giving is one person was unlived in Linda Lane? Could that be possible? Because we've heard theories and speculations about something happening in Linda Lane, especially with E and Xana. Could that be possible, I wonder? Just a thought. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Now, what is interesting is these apartments are near Linda Lane. That is where Jeffrey Canodal, his brother, Xana's uncle, put up flyers on these doors over here, asking them to contact the police if they heard or saw anything? Why would he ask these flats especially? Those 4 doors in the middle. The 2 blue doors in the middle and the 2 above. Is it because they could directly hear what was happening in Linda Lane? Could it be possible that Sheldon Canodal, Xana's uncle, must have found out something? He must have found out that there was a fight or something happened in Linda Lane. That's the reason he's asking these 4 apartments. That's the reason he's asking these 4 apartments for information if they heard or saw anything. I personally believe all these apartments in Queens Road, this block here, the white block that you see over there, all of them must have heard whatever was going on. Because if the Linda Lane footage is real and genuine, then that means there was a fight or the couple were being attacked. And that was loud enough for the whole neighborhood to hear. And then we have a light over here on the block, this apartment block in Queens Road. That was the only light working, and a light, actually one of the lights was said wasn't working at all. So my question is, could somebody have smashed it, broken it before the quadruples? Could they have pre-planned to do it? Because this would have been a road that could have seen people moving around, running around, whatsoever, towards Queens Road, from and to Kings Road, to Linda Lane, etc. Sigma Chi fraternity, to all those places. So was the light broken on purpose? The house was very easy to see from here. And you can clearly see the Sigma Chi fraternity from here. And the boys could, the Sigma Chi fraternity boys could clearly see from some windows, at least, few windows, directly towards the girls' bedrooms and toilets to see when the lights went on and off. Why would Brian Christopher Kohlberger, who has no connections to these 4 victims, take the risk of entering a house that has 5 roommates, sleeping over, a dog, a party venue? Why would he take the chance? That's a very risky thing. And he doesn't know the layers of the house inside. He knows that anything can go wrong. It could be a death trap for him. He could get busted very easily. Brian is not 5'11". He's 6'1", 6'2". So for DM to say that she saw someone 5'11" with bushy eyebrows, I would say Brian has long eyebrows, a bit hairy eyebrows, but you wouldn't say bushy. I've seen many people with bushy eyebrows, and Brian doesn't come in that category. My question is, was it one of the surviving roommates who allegedly knew Brian, who could have maybe wanted, for whatever reasons, to harm these people? Allegedly, just a thought, because I'm being blatant here, I'm being blatantly honest. Why would it take 8 hours to call the police? You have 4 deceased people in the house. the blood was seeping from the walls, through the walls, and these two surviving roommates decided not to call anyone for 8 hours. They called the Sigma Chi fraternity boys, Hunter Johnson and Hunter Chapin, and all of these people before calling 911, which is the right thing to do. That's a red flag and a half. This was the light that was broken or wasn't working that night. Quite strange. And this was where the glove was found, which was part of the 3 unidentified DNAs, one of it. So the crime scene and the forensic team did not do a proper job in gathering the evidence if evidence was still lying outside the house. How many other evidence were there in the house? Because let's not forget the families got the remaining belongings and items of their loved ones, the 4 victims. My question is, was there any important evidence that could have been given back to the family by mistake? Because we have Kaylee's mother clearly saying that Kaylee's dustbin was full and that it didn't look like the police and the forensic team went through the dustbin. So this is really concerning. Then they went and demolished the house. My question is, why would you demolish a crime scene? The jury may need to go in and check how it is from room to room, what you can see from one room to another, what you can see from Dylan's room to the kitchen and to the sliding door, because she saw Brian Christopher Koberger walking out of the sliding door. I think they demolished the house on purpose. Where's the 3 unidentified male DNAs? Brian Christopher Koberger could have done this crime, this quadruple murders, but I do not believe he did it by himself. And there's a big possibility that he's innocent. It could be possible. All these things have to be proven. And by demolishing a whole crime scene says a lot. What are they hiding? What has been hidden here? You can clearly see that it is a glove, a black glove, a large black glove. It doesn't look like those normal winter gloves that we wear, those woolen gloves. Could it be those gloves that you use to protect yourself from cutting yourself? Possibly. I could be totally wrong, but I could be right too. Look at the guy in the middle. I've mentioned that 110 times. He has gloves on. He has one glove on. Some people say it's a reflection. I don't believe. You can see it looks like a glove. So did he drop the other glove? Could it be possible that he dropped the other glove in front of the crime scene? Now look at this fool here watching the crime scene pictures. He's sliding into the crime scene pictures while the police are there. And the reason I say crime scene pictures is now that we heard from Kaylee's mother and father saying that Kaylee was found in a sitting position in the bed. There was the bedboard on the wall. How could Saeed know that? How could he have got the pictures? Who sent it to him? Was there a live stream? See, this guy has on a glove. So where's his second glove? Quite strange. There's a lot of red flags in this case. So we have a We have Saeed watching these pictures exactly the way the family said Kaylee was found. That's what the coroner told them. Then you have somebody with a mask, a whole schema. It's a full mask on anyway. You have the one on the third wearing van shoes. Those are van shoes found in the scene. Where did these three gentlemen come from? And how come Saeed is watching the crime scene pictures? So is Jovito and the people in the grub truck. Were these undercover police? Were they amateurs? The reason I asked that is, I don't mean to insult them, but let's think about one thing. Why wouldn't the police tell Saeed to hand over the phone that he's watching? Or why is he even watching a phone? Why haven't the police told these young men, the one in the middle and the one to the left, to take their hands out of their pocket and put them where the police officer could see them? 2:56 and 16 seconds. This time is when you hear a female yelling, "Stop it, stop." Are they all connected? Possibly. But I believe we have 2 unidentified male DNAs among these 4 men. One is the van shoes. The guy on the right has the van shoes on. And then we have the glove. The guy in the middle has that on. We have Saeed with the crime scene pictures. Quite interesting. We have the guy with the hoodie on. Allegedly, looks like the guy who was seen near the bin throwing in something or taking out something. And we have them on Banfield, just a minute away from the girl's house. Please let me know what you all think. I think the people on Banfield need to be investigated. All the phones need to be taken by the FBI forensic team and downloaded and analyzed. And I believe the same goes for the people in the grub truck. I don't know about the corner club. I wish we could find out more about that, because that's where Jack D was. Please like, share, and subscribe. Have a lovely night.